So I've recently developed a huge obsession for farm sim games, and the September Nintendo Direct really just made that worse. If you have watched it, you probably already know that it was just dominated by the farm sim genre. It just seemed like every second game was a farm game, and honestly, I was a big fan. But one title I think really stood out, and it was something that fans of the series really didn't expect: Story of Seasons, A Wonderful Life remake. While previous Harvest Moon games had focused more on farming than anything else, A Wonderful Life was something truly special. The game really dove into the family raising aspects. You would not only have a family and children, but also raise them to adulthood. Not only that, but the choices you make have everything to do with how the kid turns out. This combined with all the other aspects of the game really just showed how ahead of its time the game really was. With the remake of this game, there will be quite a few improvements. Now, sometimes changes in a remake isn't always necessarily a good thing, but in this case, the developers have stated that they do plan to stay true to the original game. I guess their plan really is just to improve on what was already there. So, what are some of the things that we can expect in the new remake of this game? When starting the game, you're going to get the option to play as male, female, or non-binary protagonist. With this as well, all the eligible marriage candidates will be available for romance regardless of that choice. There's also evidence in the announcement trailer that some new dating options will be available. There's a cutscene where the player character, Cody, and the child are playing at the beach together. Since Cody wasn't a bachelor in the original game, this could mean that there's going to be more bachelors and bachelorettes in the game. I'm not even 100% sure that this is actually Cody. A lot of articles about the new game say so, but if it is, they totally redesigned this character. Just look at this. That's a huge difference. He's like a new person now. But this does tie into the next update that we're going to talk about. The designs of the characters are going to be updated. In most cases, it's very minor things, but one character in particular, aside from Cody, I found changed completely. Murray. For those of you that don't know, Murray was a homeless man who wandered through Forget-Me-Not Valley from the original game, and he has now been completely replaced with a more forest hermit-like character. One thing to note from this as well is that there is going to be a few changes to some of the names in the game. Like Muffy, who is now Molly, Marlin is now presumably Matthew, and Forget-Me-Not Valley is now Forgotten Valley. So if you are a returning player, this might throw you off just a little bit. The official website states that there's going to be plenty of new events and enhanced festivals. From what I've seen, there's going to be over 70 more events added to the game, which is huge. More content is always appreciated, and I think this is going to help improve the quality of life for this game, especially for returning players. There's also going to be new recipes to cook, plus never before seen crops. Now, speaking of farming, there will be some updates to the farming mechanic of the game. They don't really say what those updates will be, but as soon as that is announced, I'll be sure to make an updated video talking about all of that. So, you know. The last thing is that there's going to be a new camera feature in the game, so you can create some great memories with your family. I do kind of wonder if this is going to have any effect on your family by choosing to create these memories or not. Me personally, I've never really been a big fan of cameras in games, but if there is incentive to it, I will happily do it. It also seems like the remake will retain one major game mechanic that set the original apart from the rest of the franchise: aging. I did find a user-submitted walkthrough from IGN for the original Harvest Moon: A Wonderful Life. In this version, the player had 6 chapters, or 10 in-game years, to successfully establish a farm, get married, have a child, and raise that child to young adulthood before dying from old age. We did see that in the announcement trailer, so I am happy that they kept that in. Honestly, I think that would have upset a lot of people if they didn't keep that in the game. Now, I'm not sure if they will keep the original game over scenarios involving marriage, but I guess only time will tell. While there may not be too many quality of life improvements for A Wonderful Life that we know of yet, the game isn't expected to come out until next summer. So we will have plenty of time for Marvelous to reveal those details over time. And I think it'll be really exciting as we get closer to launch to really get a good understanding of what's to come. In my opinion, I really don't think that they need to change too much in the game for fans of the series to really enjoy dropping a bunch of hours into the remake. We do already know that there will be additional festivals and events, and for me, that's more than enough. But I'd love to hear what your thoughts are on the game. Let me know in the comment section below, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.